Mr. Matthews, Mr. Deepak, Chairman of the Telecom Commission, Mr. Joshi, Honorable R.P. Singh, Chief Guest, Honorable Jitendra Singh, Mr. Daheria, dignitaries, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. It is indeed a special privilege for me to be with you via video at this Aegis Graham Bell Award Ceremony 2017. I want to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. It is a special privilege also to be with my telecom community in India. I remember working with many of you. I miss my association and the opportunities I had, and I want to thank everybody for the support they have given and the journey I had. I started my journey in telecom in 1980 when I gave a presentation to Mrs. Indira Gandhi, then Prime Minister, and mentioned the fact that telecom and IT would change the face of India. That was just about 36 years ago. Then we had roughly 2 million telephones for 650, 700 million people. It used to take 10 years to get a telephone connection. In a short span of this 3 decades, today India has 1 billion telephones, and we are a nation of a connected 1 billion. A lot of this credit goes to political will of people like Rajiv Gandhi, support of our young, talented people, support of large number of professionals, contribution of private sector, public sector, and all of us working together have been able to really create essentially a miracle. It is good to remember today Alexander Graham Bell. He was born in 1847, just about 96 years before I was born. He died in 1922, 20 years before I was born, and he got a patent on telephone in 1876. He worked very hard to get his instrument into public. Those were early days of electricity, and it took a long time to really get telephone to become a consumer device. It took almost 115 years to get to about billion phones in this world. And most of the phones were in rich countries. I remember growing up in telecom, we used to say that if you have lots of telephones, you are bound to be rich. And if you're rich, you're bound to have lots of telephones. Then cost per line used to be about $1,000 a line for a long, long time. Then came mobile telephones, and cost per line went down from a couple of $1,000 to 1,000 to 500 to 200, and finally it hit below 100. As soon as it hit below 100, we added in 15 years 7 billion more phones. And that is the miracle of affordability leading into scalability and sustainability. Today, mobile telephone is everywhere, not just in India, in Africa, Latin America, rural areas, urban areas, with rich, with poor. And it has become an instrument of lifestyle management. It is no longer just about talking on telephone. It is about managing your lifestyle, e-payment, e-commerce, surfing through web. All of this has been possible because smartphone and web and internet all came together. Internet has essentially changed everything. It has changed business models, delivery systems, products, services, and it is going to have far-reaching implications on everything we do today and everything we will do tomorrow. So the real challenge for all of us today is to take telecom and IT and internet and web and smartphones and connectivity to the next level. So far we have used telephones to just talk and do a little bit of data functions. But in the future, everything we do is going to change completely. But there are two real pieces to that puzzle. One is the infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure we are going to build today for the integrated communications challenges of tomorrow? Today's infrastructure requires robust connectivity, and we know that with billion phones in India, quality of service needs little more attention. Connectivity also is not up to the mark in rural areas. So as part of the infrastructure, real challenge today is connectivity. How do we connect large number of remote areas to high capacity broadband networks? About a decade ago, we launched a program on Knowledge Network to connect 1,500 nodes with 4 gigabit bandwidth to connect all our universities, libraries, and R&D institutions. It has worked well, and now the key is to really use that effectively by developing local applications, local content, and creating local business models to expand our knowledge base. Then we need connectivity to panchayats, and for that we launched a program, what we used to call NOFN, now it is called Bharat Network or Bharat Broadband. The idea was to connect 250,000 panchayats to optical fiber. We already had then about 1 million kilometers of optical fiber, and our goal was to add another 500,000 kilometers. Program was supposed to be done in 3 years, never got done on time. Lot of bureaucratic bottlenecks. In spite of the fact that we had all the funding, we just couldn't organize. Working together with BSNL, RailTel, Power Grid, to build the kind of network we needed to build in 3 years. I'm told that work is continuing, but we need to expedite it. Fortunately, the program for UID, Aadhaar, really became very successful, and we have been able to issue almost 1 billion unique identification cards, numbers, to our residents and citizens. This is one of the largest success stories in telecom IT in India. So beside connectivity and UID, we need platforms for GIS. We did a cabinet note, got a cabinet approval, but GIS work has also been slow. So if we need a number to identify a person, we also need IP address to identify physical location, and that was the idea behind GIS. Then we need applications, lot of applications for e-governance areas, passport, driver's license, police, computerization of courts. There are hundreds of things like this that need applications, and we had identified 30 major applications in the government. Then we need data centers, cybersecurity. All of these things related to platforms are key to building infrastructure of tomorrow. Digital India then will become a reality. Digital India is not about websites and tweeting and Facebook accounts. Digital India is not about social networks. Digital India is about robust information infrastructure to democratize information. Digital India is about empowering people. Digital India is about open government. Digital India is about transparency. And a lot of this requires change in mindset. We cannot build Digital India with the old processes, old programs. For example,